I'm still laughing at that thumbnail. Anyway, my name is Akurios and thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me on today, Wednesday, Vocal Wonder Day. Today's for the singers. And today I'm going to be sharing tips, hacks, and tricks that will help you protect your voice during the Harmattan. Coming up. If this is the first time you're seeing me, thanks for joining me on my channel on this platform. Now, if you're interested in sharpening your music business skills, if you're interested in grooming your voice, your singing voice, and if you're interested in learning some tricks and tips on music production, then this is the channel for you. Subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell so that you're notified when there's new content from me. Now, you have to tap the notification bell so that that's the only way you're going to be notified. YouTube is not going to tell you when I have new content by just subscribing. You have to tap the notification bell so that you are actually notified. If you live in this part of the world, I'm sure you've experienced the Harmattan season and you felt that dry, cold, dusty air rush through your nostrils, into your pharynx and into your lungs. And maybe you've experienced some allergies as a result of exposing yourself during the season. I don't need to tell you that the season and everything that comes with it could have a negative effect on your singing voice. And in this video, I'm going to share some tricks and tips that will help you protect your voice throughout the Harmattan season. So stay tuned and watch till the very end. A couple of nights ago, I went to bed the usual way I go to bed, around 12 midnight or 1 a.m. And then I slept for a while and woke up feeling very uncomfortable in my nostrils. I started feeling the dry, almost bruisey kind of feeling in my nostrils. And I felt that dry air rush through my pharynx also. And I realized, oh, it's Harmattan, and the Harmattan wind has come with full force. And the dry, dusty air was all over the place and had filled my room, and I was very uncomfortable. And so I decided to just do the usual things, what I had learned, from my childhood days of applying some shea butter or petroleum jelly in my nostrils and my lips. And I'm sure every Nigerian watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about. Now, after doing that though, I decided to do something else, and that is take a mask just like this and wear it for the rest of the night. And I felt very comfortable. Now, this is a tricky one because you may not want to do this. In fact, I don't advise that you do this except you're feeling the dry, cold Harmattan winds at very intense and extreme levels, which is what happened that particular night, and that's why I did it. And lo and behold, after that, I felt very comfortable, and the rest of the night, I slept like a baby. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that the Harmattan season and all its effects are not only felt at night. It's all through the day, the morning, the afternoon, and the night. But the nights are especially tricky because that's when the temperatures drop, and that's when inhaling cold air can actually have that, negative effect on your voice. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks that you can begin to apply to protect your voice. And every single thing I'm going to be saying from this moment on is going to be something that will help you. So watch the video till the very end. Some of the effects of inhaling the cold, dry Harmattan wind into your lungs are dehydration, cold, a hoarse voice, nasal congestion. Now, these are things that have a negative effect, a negative impact on your singing voice. And if you have gigs, if you have performances, or maybe you want to record a song, it's January, it's a brand new year, and you have a new year resolution to, record all the songs you've wanted to record all this while. But you don't want the Harmattan season and all that comes with it to stop you from doing all these things. So if you want your singing voice to be clear and free all through the season, then it's important that you learn how to protect your voice. Tip number one, when going outdoors, make sure you wear a mask. Now, we all know that you can't be indoors all the time. You can't lock yourself in your house and not go anywhere. You have to do some chores. You have to run some errands. You have to go to work. You have to attend to other things. And that's important also. But at the same time, if the weather is dry and cold, you do not want to catch yourself inhaling this dry wind because it's going to do all the things that we mentioned earlier. So what you want to do is wear a mask like this. Just put it on and go anywhere you want to go, because this prevents that dust and the drying effect from going directly into your nostrils. Because remember, your nostrils, your sinuses, your pharynx, your windpipe, and your lungs are critical components and very important parts of your singing mechanism. So you have to protect them in every single way that you can. Tip number 2, when going to bed at night, close your windows and make sure that that cold, dry wind doesn't have any entrance into your room or the space that you're sleeping in. It's important to do this, especially when the temperature is unusually cold and the wind is as dry as ever, because you don't want to catch yourself inhaling this air through the night. Remember, you are asleep for hours and you are breathing as you sleep and inhaling the air. That's why you wake up and you're feeling uncomfortable when you have inhaled the Harmattan wind for a couple of hours. Your nostrils are uncomfortable, they're dry and feeling bruisy. Your pharynx is dry and you're almost losing your voice already. You don't want this to happen. That's why you have to close your windows and make sure there's as little space as possible for the wind to come into your room. Now, depending on how cold it is and depending on how intense the Harmattan wind is at night, I also advise that you use the mask also, just like I did a couple of nights ago, and I still do that till even this night, even last night. Last night I still used the mask to sleep because I want to save my voice. So if it's absolutely necessary that you use the mask, do use the mask. But if you're not comfortable with using the mask and you think it won't be safe for you, then just ignore it. Tip number 3, bathe warm water with drops of eucalyptus oil. Now, warm water, of course, you already know what warm water is. I don't need to explain that. But the reason you're going to use eucalyptus oil is so that it can help in clearing your airways in the morning after you've woken up from bed. You've woken up from sleep, even if you don't feel very heavy in your voice, even if you don't feel that discomfort and you don't think there's a cold, but you need to clear your airways and ensure that the negative effects of the air that you inhaled through the night don't begin to show up. The eucalyptus oil is used to clear your airways and prevent any effects of the air that you've inhaled through the night, so that there's no cold and there's no raspiness in your voice and hoarseness, and there's no, nasal congestion here and there. No, there's nothing like that, but the airways are clear and you feel refreshed and renewed, ready for the day. Tip number 4, avoid cold drinks. It's as simple as that. There's not much I can add to that. Avoid cold drinks. If you're feeling cold, if the weather is cold, if you're already inhaling cold air that is drying you up and dehydrating your system, you can't begin to drink cold drinks that will worsen the situation. So do not drink cold drinks. Maintain drinks that have the room temperature. That is, they're neither warm, neither hot, nor cold. They're just in between and they don't have any significant effect on your voice. Tip number 5, have yourself a fantastic cup of green tea with a tablespoon of honey. Now, honey is amazing and fantastic, has massive health benefits for your entire system, not just your voice, but it also provides some soothing, therapeutic, effects on your voice. So your voice is going to be very grateful for the honey. It helps to hydrate your system, your throat lining. You can even try it out one day. If you have a bad voice, just take some honey and you see that you're beginning to feel relief. So it's very important that you do this, especially when you feel uncomfortable in your throat. Just boil a cup of water and drop in 1 tea bag of green tea, your choice, your brand, whichever brand you favor, and then add a tablespoon of honey to that particular cup and then just stir and drink it, and you will feel the soothing effect that honey and the green tea are going to have on your entire system. You will feel relief from any kind of cold, any kind of discomfort in your airways, and you will be ready for any singing of the day. Tip number 6, eat lots of fruits this season, because the fruits provide that hydrating effect on your body. So if the air and the dryness of the Harmattan wind has caused the dehydration in your body, in your vocal mechanism, in your throat lining, the fruits are going to help in replacing this moisture that should be in every part of your body. So the fruits hydrate your body if they have been dehydrated. And even if you don't feel dehydrated and dry in different parts of your body, the fruits will help also in maintaining your body as a hydrated zone. All right, now, but make sure you wash the fruits very well first, because you know there are allergies all around, and the weather comes with different types of allergies that you can contact from having contact with some fruits that have been exposed to these things. So make sure you wash the fruits very well before you eat them, and they will do exactly what they ought to do. Let me mention here, citrus fruits are fruits that will do a lot of good to your singing voice and to your entire mechanism in a situation like this, because they help with cold. I'm talking about fruits like oranges, grapefruit, tangerine, lemon. Lemon is amazing for your voice. Lemon is fantastic for your singing voice, and these fruits help in providing that vitamin C that your body so desperately needs in times of cold. And also they provide that hydration that your body needs when there are threats of dehydration. So maintain a steady intake of fruits, especially citrus fruits, and you will be absolutely protected. Tip number 7, drink lots of water, room temperature water. If there was ever a time that you had to adhere to the 4 liters per day intake of water, this is the time. The Harmattan season demands that you adhere to this particular instruction. For vocalists, for singers, you have to drink at least 4 liters of water at room temperature every single day, so that you preserve your voice, so that you stay hydrated. The voice mechanism requires that you have enough hydration, you have enough lubrication on your vocal cords, so that your vocal cords work freely and vibrate as they should. So it's important that you are drinking enough water throughout the day. So there you have it, 7 tips that will help you protect your voice during this Harmattan season, and I'm sure you love that. Now, if you like this video, tap the like button, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe right now and tap the notification bell. Remember, that's the only way that you are going to be notified when there's new content from me. So tap the notification bell, and that would be amazing. And if you have questions and comments about this video, please don't hesitate to drop them down below in the comment section, and I'll be glad to get back at you. I want to hear about your own experiences with Harmattan. I want to hear about how you are protecting your voice right now from the effects of the weather, and I'll be glad to get back at you on that. I'm also here to learn. Come on, there's probably something that you know that I haven't mentioned in the course of this video, and I'll be glad to read about that. So drop it in the comment section down below, and I'll get back at you. So till next time, when we see again, I'm Akurios, and I'm out.